As you can tell by now, the introduction of AI has fundamentally changed how we work as individuals and organizations. Let me give you an example. In the insurance industry, historically, whenever a customer would like to make a claim, we need to have a staff to go through every single aspect of the claim information. Whether the right form has been filled, has all the required information has been provided. Based on all the information being provided, what are the rules and the policies that need to abide so that an expert can make a decision whether the claim should be accepted or declined. However, with the introduction of technologies like computer vision OCR, the processing of these paperwork can now be handled by AI. Not only that, they can even take the information being collected and to make a decision using machine learning algorithms and decision engines. As you can see, all of these repetitive and procedure type of tasks can be gradually more handled by AI. What it does mean for us is that it frees our task force and our employees to be focused on more creative aspects of the job. They can now focus on the training and the guiding of AI so that they can be put into the right use. On the other hand, they can be more creative about it. With the same type of technology, where else can they apply it to make the process even more optimized and more smooth and more effective? This requires a lot of thinking from us. First of all, how can we improve the literacy of our employees so that they are more familiar with AI and more comfortable with them? On the other hand, how can people best work with each other? With the use of AI, how can we work with data scientists, machine learning engineers, our business partners, underwriters? All of these people, how can they work more collaboratively and communicate more smoothly? These are all the new skills we will need to educate our staff to be more fluent and literate so that they can better work with AI to improve their job performance.
Hi, I'm Philip from AIA. Welcome to our masterclass today, which will focus on AI strategy. Now, chances are, for many of you, this is a very novel topic, and there's two important questions right at the beginning. Why would we need an AI strategy, and why do we need AI at all? Right? It's important to address these. Now, the first why do you need an AI strategy? On average, we're seeing that a good AI strategy can lead to an average profit margin increase of around 8%. Now, if it's that impactful, why aren't more people doing it? That leads partially to the second question, why do AI? But it also has a component around people perceive uncertainty when it comes to AI. Sometimes there's a perception that doing great AI is something only the most out there organizations can do, or only the largest organizations can do. We believe that it's 2022 and that's not the case anymore. Now, that being said, you might still want to ask yourself, why AI in my organization? And that is actually a crucial starting point of your AI strategy. If you ask yourself that question, it's not the time to slow down, but actually to accelerate on you to a coherent AI strategy. So there's going to be quite likely 3 sections that compose your strategy. One is telling your organization, why do we need to embark on a deep AI journey? Where is the values? What's really the change we bring to society? The second of the 3 sections is the what section. So you'll be looking at where are these deep value pools, how can we untackle them, how can we rank them. And last but not least, there's going to be a section looking at how do we actually go and grab the values associated with the areas that we just looked at. You probably have some stepping stones that are already active in your organization. While this is great, you also want to ensure that your definition pushes you to go out further and pursue new technologies that competitors might not have used yet to unlock value in your industry. The second part of telling your organization why you should pursue AI is a strong and coherent vision. Quite likely you already have a strong overall vision for your organization. That should be well integrated with your AI vision. You should have something that really rallies people to participate in the movement of using AI to not just have a significant customer impact, but also a deep societal improvement that your organization is bringing. Of course, you need to make these things a little bit more tangible. So it's also a good time to set goals for your organization. Be mindful that the goals should be actionable and they should follow the SMART framework so that you can also track what success really means. Now that completes the first section, why should you do AI? Let's move to the second section, what should you be doing? Make a very important point. All of the areas of your AI strategy, it's crucially important that you reach out to all edges of your organization and integrate, especially the people that do understand the customer well, the people that do understand your functional areas really, really well. This needs to be a co-creation exercise that takes all the views and all the information points into account for you to really understand where these deep value pools are. And that's really what also is the cornerstone of what you should be doing. You should discover what is currently holding you back in unlocking some of the additional value areas that you could capture, and can AI potentially help you to alleviate these bottlenecks and go into these new areas that maybe not even your competitors have been able to move into. And be daring as well. AI is not just about automation. AI can be a complete redesign of entire domains in a way that we previously couldn't do because labor cost or other bottlenecks have prevented us from thinking in these new ways. And the best implementations of AI that we can typically see really integrate well the business process innovation and use AI simply as a tool, because that's what it is at the end. AI is not the value driver, AI is solely a tool that unlocks additional things to be done. Now, hopefully at the end of that second part of your exercise, you get quite excited already because you have all these value areas, you have a rough understanding how much it's going to cost you and how you'll get there. But do you really understand how? That's the third part, because it's not just about saying now we want to go into these value areas, we're all rallied up for this. It's also about thinking about your target operating model and other enablers that really make you able to execute on that. Now, an important part, of course, is your technology. Your tech stack should be suitable for your AI creators to freely experiment. But don't be biased. As we said before, after all, AI is just a tool. So it is not only about technology. While this is crucially important, you should also think about how do you make sure your teams in the AI space are able to collaboratively work in agile ways that are suitable for AI. Now, it's not just about yet another agile initiative. Suitable for AI means you must be able to manage well the added uncertainties that some of these AI projects might be bringing to you. To give you one example, in a more traditional engineering type of project, it's very easy to predict how long it's going to take to finish the delivery, for example, for a small website that is part of your overall web presence. There will be quite little fluctuation in that delivery time frame, and you will be very certain once your website is actually ready. Switch to AI, things look a lot more hairy. That is because AI is inherently random on many different dimensions. That includes also the speed, how quickly your solution learns, and therefore how quickly your solution actually becomes better and customer ready. It might actually never become customer ready. Even if you get an external solution from a vendor, it might happen that the solution doesn't work well with your specific data for your organization. So be prepared to manage these additional uncertainties. Also be prepared that this can't be a journey of just an AI team. It must be well integrated into the overall organizational ecosystem, and other teams must be enabled by the AI team and vice versa. So make sure to also think about how do we bring our AI to market? What is the role of maybe the DevOps team? What is the role of the business side? How do people interact? How do people communicate? Another important foundation of your how area is to actually look at how will we be able to upgrade our data. To give you a general guidance, it's typically not a good idea to say we now will upgrade all our data quality to be immediately suitable for AI. You probably want to make that more use case specific and driven by the actual value and the current need. Now, once you have that, the important thing is you must have a fast process to upgrade this data as the need arises. And that brings us to the last remaining cornerstone in the how area, and probably the most important one. That is the talent that you need. And for that part, I'll hand over to Lou, also from Group AI at AIA. Thank you.
Just like every coin have two sides, the wide adoption of AI has its own challenges, in particular to our talent supply. We look at things in 5 different steps. First of all, look at the planning stage. What are the things you are working on right now? And what about the future? And what kind of skill sets is required to deliver your ambition? Today, next year, what about the year after? You need to plan ahead and how many you are going to need. How do you make your company look really attractive? Where are you finding your talents? Are you offering what they are looking for to make them step into the door first? Next, once you gathered enough interest, do you have the correct method to assess them correctly? What are the skill sets? Technical and soft skills. Do you have a consistent methodology to make sure there is no biases? Last but not least, are your staff happy? What gives them the sense of belongings? Do they have a community here? Do they feel recognized and valued? Do they have opportunity to move around inside their organization for other opportunities they would like to pursue, whether being in AI or not? And even if eventually the day comes that we need to say bye, would you be able to predict it correctly and to make sure you have new fresh talents to supplement? And then also, how is your succession planning in place to make sure it doesn't disrupt your business continuity? All of those are important elements to consider when you develop your talent strategy. Today is a hugely exciting time to be in. With the support of AI, we humans can be more humans. We can be free, we can be creative. We could talk more like humans and work more like humans. So how can we communicate better with our peers? How can we show more empathy? How can we be more collaborative and be more iterative? How can we continue to learn to solve all the challenges? How do we keep our curiosity? And how do we problem solve? Those are all really exciting things to think about, aren't they? We hope you enjoyed our sharing. Collaboratively creating and rolling out our AI strategy has been absolutely amazing. And if you'd like to hear more, we do invite you to read our INSEAD case study, Creating New Ways, AIA Artificial Intelligence Strategy. It is available upon request from us. Alternatively, you can reach out to Professor Philip Anderson at INSEAD as well. We look forward to hearing more from you, and thank you for your time. Goodbye.